Did you know that depression is a type of mood disorder? Have you noticed someone who at this point in time is often feeling extremely sad beyond the normal day-to-day sadness? Have you just thought that depression is just what people say for the fun of it and have not really taken any notice of someone near you or a loved one? I'm here to tell you that depression is real. And it does affect people, and it is indeed a disorder. I'm Toyin Okanuga. I'm the author of the new release best-selling book, Hush to Raw. Hush to Raw is my memoir. It's a story of love, childhood trauma, and the recovery. I am your inspirational mindset expert on ACEs. And ACEs stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences. Why do I call myself an expert? I've gone through over a decade worth of research into what happens to the brain of children and then subsequently an adult if they've had a lot of adverse events in their life. It is also as a result of my certifications in childhood adversity, which is to do with children being maltreated. It's also because I have got a certification for young adults and their mental health and an introduction to cognitive psychology. But they are very theoretical apart from the practical cognitive psychology one. The reason I'm the expert in ACEs, the mindset in ACEs, is because of my own personal stories. So according to the medical practitioners, if you have experienced very traumatic events in your life, and they've got quite like 10 of them, if you've experienced one of them, it means that you have had an ACE in your life. Now, when I went through the list of 10, I counted about 4 for myself. Sadly, not minimizing any ACE, but including in those ACEs that I have was sexual abuse as a child. So depression is right up there when it comes to ACEs altogether. So today, I want to talk to you about 5 ways we can say no to depression. My book, Hush to Raw, which is my memoir, says a lot about those symptoms, but I ignored all of them. But owing to my business, which is Hush to Raw, the name of my business, I now, as a result of my healing and my research and my certifications and my story, I take people through deliberate but actionable steps to getting them to know their inner child that they've buried, suppressed those painful memories. I get you to realize that inner child that's down there just needs a hug from you, nothing outside of you. And that hug is comprising 1, for you to look after you, 2, for you to seek help, medical help to get better, 3, to have the belief that you can get better, and 4, to love you, self-compassion, self-care, everything about you. So today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 reasons, or the 5 ways we can say no to depression. So if you're at home and you're listening, I want to tell you that depression is real. If you've got a loved one and you feel that they're always curling up and they just want to be in bed, it is a disorder. According to Harvard researchers, they believe that the most important levels of the specific brain chemicals, the nerve cell, the nerve connections, and the growth, which has some sort of imbalance, is what contributes to the depression. And depression itself is when we experience severe sadness. We have different moods that we're in that are a little bit beyond normal. And we need to be our brother's keeper and not feel that depression is just for people who are just being a bit lazy or just being, trying to not just want to do anything. We need to see the signs. We need to ask questions because it is real. And we have heard so many things happen where people have done some terrible things to others. And when they trace those perpetrators back, when they trace the childhoods or the past events of the perpetrators, they realize that actually they had severe depression or anxiety in their life. Was it spotted? Was it not? Was it ignored? So today, the 5 ways we can start tackling those. It doesn't start immediately at depression, but when you start to realize that you're feeling sad, number 1, please seek medical help. Phone your doctor, phone a medical practitioner, phone a therapist. I'll have links below that will sort of like point you in the direction of organizations, different ones, if you feel it's because of what you've been through in the past. An ACE, for instance, I've got links to NSPCC, which is the National Society for Prevention of Childhood Cruelty or Children's Cruelty, but Stop It Now, and so many others. There'll be links below as well as numbers and where you can get in touch. So please, the number 1 is seek help. The number 2 is let's stop negative talk. So when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I hate me. No, you don't. I love you. People love you. So let's stop the negative talk. And I know it's very hard, but I've been there and I know that we can come through it. So the second one is let's stop negative talk, because there's so many reasons why you should get better and live this abundant life with everyone else if you have gone through. But number 1, seek help. Number 2, let's go easy on ourselves and have self-compassion, and let's reduce or stop negative talk. Replace it with one thing. You woke up and you could breathe today. I'm grateful, even if it's just that one thing. And the third one is get a support team. So I know sometimes you don't even feel like talking to anyone, but it could be online. You could reach out and just type feeling depressed, who to talk to. You could find out that you've got an array of people out there who also want to talk to you. So that's 3, a support team if you don't want to speak to anyone within your family. But most importantly, seek help. I've got my notes here so that I don't go off script. And then the 4th one is reach out to someone who you believe can help, in terms of just knowing that that person, you have a feeling that it's just a friend that you've chatted to over the phone, apart from your support team. You just want to speak to that person. Just reach out and speak. And then the other one, and the final one, is believe in yourself that you can overcome this. You have the ability inside yourself, because as you're getting treatment, when you have sought treatment, that person will only take you so far. The real work starts with you. So believe in you that you want to give you a second chance. Why? Because you are worth every second of that, to live that abundant life. So those are the tips for me to say no to depression, and let's help. And let's take that, what should I say? Demystify the fact that depression doesn't exist, because it does, especially these days. So guys, if you know someone out there you feel is always sad, not smiling, doesn't want to do any activities, please seek help for your loved one. And yes, if you want to know why I'm so into talking about depression, about ACEs, about sexual abuse, there are 3 ebooks below. Take 1 or 2 or the 3. If you really want to know my why and why this sits at the depth of my heart, Hush to Roar is your baby. It's available on Amazon. It's also available on my website, www.hushtoroar.com/mybook. We can get through this, guys. I love you. Remember, your inner child has a voice. Don't suppress it. Let it roar. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Hush to Roar and press that notification bell so that I can take you through all these, and so you will get better. I'll take you from that 0, from the -5 to 0, but 0 to +5, so you can thrive and not just live. Thanks for watching. Bye.